Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Today's theatrical experience will take you through a number of scenes that depict the very real dangers of distracted driving. But before we get started, look at your phone for some simple instructions. Now that you're ready, let's begin. Welcome to our stage. Take a second and look around. Things should feel pretty familiar. The buildings, the cars, the sounds. The world is already a busy place, full of distractions. But looking at your phone can be the most dangerous distraction of them all. When you split your attention, it becomes harder to focus. When you're behind the wheel, things can change quickly. In fact, in the amount of time it took you to read that alert, you would have driven across an entire football field, blindfolded. That's 100 yards in 5 seconds. When people drive distracted and things go wrong, the response is always the same. I didn't see it coming. On the road, a few seconds can be the difference between life and death. On average, 8 people are killed every day in the US because of distracted driving, including smartphone activity. Ending this problem is simple. Leave your phone alone. It can wait. But we're not doing it enough, and real people are affected. Look around to hear just a few real-life stories from some of those people.
He was on 121, which now is an expressway, but at the time it was a highway, in Freeport, which crosses. An 18-wheeler turned left on Freeport. Travis was texting in his car, and underneath the 18-wheeler, shearing off the top of his car, and landed in a ditch.
After that moment, I remember just going into shock. I couldn't figure out what I'd done. I didn't want to believe it. They took me up to the hospital to run some tests. And, my family met me there. I remember asking my mom, I said, the men in the car, they're okay, right? They're okay. She said, no, they're not. They didn't make it. You know, at 19 years old, I never wanted to hear that. I never wanted to think that the choice that I made would end 2 people's lives. And, you know, it's something that I think about every day. I wish every day that I could change it. I can't go back.
Well, you know, before this whole distracted driving accident, before when I would drive, you know, I was that type. Oh, let me sneak this little text in before I get to the red light. Let me sneak this in before I do that. So, you know, since then, it's really changed. Whether it's friends or family, I'm like, yo, put the phone up. Don't text and drive. Stop distracted driving, because, you know, you see, I'm living proof of reality. This is what can happen, and it can be worse.
It's great. Social media, all of that, texting, hitting that like button. See, all those things you can control. The one thing you can't control is the impact. When you look down and you look up just that quick, you've hit someone. Whether they're in the car, out of the car, then you hear me coming, which is never a good thing. By the time I get there, somebody's hurt, about to take their last breath, all because you couldn't wait.
Each of these lights represents one of the hundreds of lives lost to distracted driving each year. And those hundreds are just a small portion of the thousands of distracted driving crashes that occur annually in the US. That text, that email, that like, none of those things are worth a life. You are the solution. Join the movement. Take the AT&T It Can Wait pledge to end distracted driving.